Yeah, the VPK Group is a paper mill here in Belgium near Oudegem Datamont, and they are treating roughly 1,200 tons of paper per day, and they are producing different packaging material out of paper. Pulper rope is a special heavy-duty tough input material for the shredding process. It's a byproduct, the core product out of the screening process within the paper mill, meaning via metal wires all non-paper material will be taken out, so mainly fibers in terms of plastic and other stuff which shouldn't be within the paper. The material is really wet, therefore you can see also here in the background that the high humidity, the wetness of the input material. Wet material is much difficult to shred due to the UNTHA Eco Drive based on this autonomous automatic speed control process of the shredder base. It's possible to shred also such kind of heavy duty materials. In former times, VPK Packaging Group was selling this material to a recycling company. They were treating the material and they got back the SAF RDF material for the internal incineration process. They wanted to start the internal recycling process to treat the material on site. So meaning the pulper rope taking from the production position directly to this kind of storage, taking by the crane and putting in full step into the shredder and being shredded in one step versus a 50mm screen. UNTHA was happy to sell a turnkey package here as VPK Packaging Group. Aside from the shredder, the turnkey package included also the conveyor belt system, consisting of one horizontal conveyor belt, discharge conveyor belt, and the final reversible conveyor belt system, including also an electromagnetic ferrous separator, and finally also a control cabinet room. The benefit for the customer out of this turnkey project was for sure on one side that everything outside from the building was done by UNTHA. The parameters around the throughput capacity of the machinery was 5 tons an hour versus a 50mm screen to generate out of that nearly 100% ferrous fraction, and on the other side a final RDF SAF product for the incineration process. Each pulper rope is absolutely different in terms of length, diameter and also content of metals. In the final end they have really high quality ferrous fraction which will be sold to scrap dealers, and the core material out of the pulper rope, this plastic wires and so on, will be used as alternative fuel for the internal incineration process. At this job site, one particular operator is in charge of the full function of this shredding line. Furthermore, he will be assisted by an additional service team to do the service and maintenance activities on the shredder. Due to the flexibility on the machinery in terms of numbers of cutters, in terms of installed power, or the gearbox ratio, makes the machine really flexible, so that each machine configuration could be totally different to the next one, and so we can fit it and make it fit purpose for any operation. Especially with the pulper rope operation, we face the problem that the wet untreated pulper rope is quite tough to catch by the shredding process. Due to the electronic system, the machine has an automatic rotor cleaning function, which works as follows. The rotor will turn backwards by pushing the ram device forward, which leads to the fact that the material will be put into a new position and the machine will start fully automatically after a certain period. The touchscreen control panel, the so-called safety remote control, the SRC panel, is standard on the machinery. With this SRC control, we have the possibility to get online from Austria to any place worldwide. Whenever customers are looking for to see a machine in operation, we are happy to bring them to an absolutely perfect reference spot depending on their operation. Especially here with VPK Packaging Group, we have the okay to come with prospective customers to see the machine in operation. And the belief based on the project VPK, it's really essential to see the real material or similar material in operation with the correct shredder equipment. We could convince the customer by seeing similar input material at our machinery in Turkey being shredded without any problems. So for me, for my personal feeling, the reference visit was the key factor to get the deals. So before pointing out the final contract details, VPK Packaging Group informed us that they have a similar project or more or less identical project in Strasbourg at Blue Paper. We were happy to close the deal of 2 identical machines with one big spare part package which will be solved and will be used on both job sites.